Hi there, Jay here at the Network Life Center in Louisville, Colorado. Incidentally, I have an office in Boulder now, I should mention too, above the Lucky's Bakehouse. It's in the Lucky's Market parking lot in North Boulder, just off of Broadway. There's a great little natural grocery store there, so stop by and get some organic food and come by my office there. Last time I started a conversation about a map of the healing journey, and what I was trying to convey there was that there are certain characteristic turns, ups and downs, certain themes as people progress along the path to healing that tend to be common to everyone's experience. So that's really important. There are certain themes that are common to everyone's experience. Why is that? Well, the reason is because there is this larger sort of thing that's holding the healing journey, which is life. There's a way in which life and the life journey and the healing journey are synonymous. There's a way in which life is constantly nudging us in the direction of our healing, of our wholeness. Kind of the natural flow of the current is going in that direction. And that's a pretty strong current, the current of life. But there's a way in which from the time that our nervous system is developing in the womb, when we're babies, when we're young kids, the part of our nervous system that's really online is the part that's just feeling into our environment. We're just relating directly to the energetic cues of the people around us, of the culture around us, and gleaning messages from from those cues. And one of the main messages that we can get is that the flow of life is not to be trusted, especially if there are uncomfortable things involved with that flow. If there are uncomfortable things involved, we need to push those away. So there's a way in which we're resisting the flow of life, pushing uncomfortable things away, and there's a certain amount of friction that sort of gets created in our body and our life from doing that. It's kind of like driving around in your car with the parking brake on. There's friction that creates heat in the brakes, and eventually that creates smoke, maybe even fire, which hopefully will get you to stop and do something about the situation, take the brake off, right? Well, the same happens in our body and our life. The friction that's created from resisting the flow of life, from pushing that which is uncomfortable away, causes back pain. It causes organ systems that aren't working like they're supposed to. It causes emotional issues. And again, those symptoms are designed to get us to pay attention, to stop, pay attention to what's happening, and to take the brake off, to let the flow of life happen. And as soon as we do that, as soon as we look at what's happening, as soon as we give ourselves permission to feel what's coming up, as soon as we go towards as opposed to pushing things away, there can be a huge release that happens as this sort of background resistance starts to drop away. And the way that looks here in my office is that generally breath starts to happen. Breath starts to move to parts of the spine that there wasn't movement before. Your body's using breath to connect with the tension that's being stored there and let go of that. And so people's bodies start to feel better and work better. Over time, the symptoms that people might be experiencing start to go away or start to change. And that's kind of the way it looks for the first 2 to 4 months of care, depending on how often I'm seeing people. But people come, they leave generally feeling a lot more relaxed. There's breath. They notice their breath more. Their symptoms start to change in a positive way. But then things change. As there's been enough safety that's created in the system, enough space, in order for us to sort of notch into the next stage of our journey, things have to look different, and so this next theme of the process starts to happen. And again, that looks a lot different than what I've just described, and really different to the point where it can be really scary for people if they don't know that it's a natural part of the healing journey. And so I'll be talking about that in the next video. So if you found this interesting, like it, share it, please pass it along to someone who might be interested, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.